Okay, we apologize for that. Finally getting everything set here, so now we're off and running. Dan Ridenour here as always. And for starters, we just got right into the swing of things here. Brock Messinger will strike out to Toby Stevens, who is pitching for the Ottawa Hills Green Bears. And that is what we have. And so now we finally get beginning. And then Colton Woodward flew out into left with Ottawa Hills. So now I'm going to start at 1-2 count for Donnell. Makes it a 2-2, getting right into it. And starting off to a high note. So that will be what you have, getting it going. Donnell on the 2-2, 2 outs. Stevens, the pitcher in today's contest, the junior, gets it in. Donnell going to knock that one out just a tad foul. And he'll also be pitching today, so good to see Donnell. Going to be out here for today, and I mean, 423 average. Getting it moving. All twos now for him. And we'll get back again. To take another one is Donnell. That's a check swing. They're going to say he went for it. And that's going to be the end. So we'll get it started. The leading off the next inning will be Reddick Pirelli, the center fielder for the Ottawa Hills Green Bears. And now we are going to get moving, and that's going to be all that she wrote, so to speak. So starting Reddick Pirelli, the center fielder, then Colin Hennessy at third base. He pitched against Archbold, and they got the 10-0 win in 6th then. The designated hitter, Jackson Snyder, will be up. He is hitting for Ian Desnone, who is the second baseman. Toby Stevens, as I mentioned earlier, going to be in the 4th spot. He's pitching. Rocco Pironelli, going to be the 5th man in the number 5. Also, the right fielder for today. And so that's what we have. Everything in between also. And then Jay Breed, going to be the catcher. He's number 25. That senior there going to be a good starter for the Ottawa Hills Green Bears and made a big difference over their victory against the Archbold Blue Streaks. And then after that, number 25 will be from Jay Breed to number 13, Coupin Eidner will be up right on next in that 7th spot. He is the going to be first baseman today and the senior, so we will have him getting his reps in for this district final meeting. And then after that, we'll have Chase Miller, the 11, going to be in the 8th spot and going here. He's at left field today, so you could have a couple fly out there to see him. Senior going at that, and then the shortstop, number 3, Caleb Grime, the sophomore, going to be starting here for the Green Bears. So we'll have that, and now we get ready to start again. And Pirelli going to be the one up here. Donnell going to be getting a move on here as we start district final play. And here we go, a 2.55 ERA all season. Comes down to this for Donnell. So his first pitch going to be in. And we'll take that for strike one. So the 0-1 count there. And now we're back into it again. On the 0-1, Donnell to take another. That's going to be strike 2. Looks like it went up just a tad wide up here, but nonetheless, Donnell, good start here. Looks for another, gets it in. Curveball, ball 1. So they will rule that as a ball 1 situation there. And he'll take it back again. That's ball 2. So a 2-2 now for Donnie over to Norton that we've been seeing a lot of earlier. And we'll get ready to take it back again. So Donnell going to get it in. Foul ball way into the Eastwood dugout and then to bounce out. And that'll be still a 2-2. Timeout after that, getting it through again. And here we get at it. Donnell on the 2-2 here again. Looks for it, gets set. The throw to come in, and that's going to be knocked all the way out into left. That's going to go into the parking lot almost. And so Donnell not giving up anytime soon, and neither is their leadoff man in Pirelli. Both seniors here. Both have played center field. So that's 2-2. That's going to knock him, though. And that will be a hit by pitch for Donnell. And right under us is the Ottawa Hills dugout. But Colin Hennessy has pitched against Archbold, as I mentioned. Also has his dad played in the majors, which is quite an interesting note of information. All even now, though. Kashmerick going to be guarding Pirelli over at first. So Donnell to throw it in again. Strike one. So now you have an 0-1 count right on it. And Donnell going to be back for it again. On the 0-1, Donnell to look back. And he'll be safe there, so no need to keep it moving. 1-1 or 0-1 count now. Looking for it again. And so back for it. On the 0-1, Donnell going to try to get him close, but no. And now we have an 0-1 count. And so looking for it again. Runner goes. Norton to throw. Going to try to get it in time, and he doesn't get it. So that'll be a successful stolen base for Ottawa Hills. 0-2 count, though, for Hennessy. Still on it now. And here you have it. So first pitch for third pitch in for Hennessy now. He'll take it. High, ball one, so that's a 1-2 count. Nobody to move over to third, however, so now we're just at a 1-2. And we'll look for it again. Now on a 1-2. Donnell looking for it. Knocked over. Ground ball to Hepler. Going to get the throw at first in time, but he's going to advance to third. So one out with the man on third for Ottawa Hills after two batters. And now we will have the Jackson Snyder deal for designated hitter, the number 17 senior.
Designated number 17, Jackson Snyder.
So Snyder up. Going to be ready to get the roll on here. That's how we take it. So Snyder on the 0-0 in for Donnell, trying to avoid a man coming home or the corner's painted. First pitch in, going to be ball one. So that's a 1-0 now for Donnell. Needing anything he can get. Has pitched 6 games this year with a 5-1 record, and that one's crushed way back over Messinger's head, and that might be that'll be a scored base on the RBI, and that's going to be a triple. So there goes a 1-0. So 1-0 the score now. An RBI triple to get it for Ottawa Hills, and they will take the lead here. It is now 1-0.
Number 1, Toby Stevens.
And Toby Stevens, the fourth man up pitcher, going to be here at it now. On the 0-0, going to have to try for it again. Gets that one in. First pitch missed on the ball, so that's a 1-0 count. And they'll be back for it again. 1-0 now in the out. Looking for some more. Ground ball to Ludhart. Has to try to get him, and he gets it in time for out number 2. So that'll be 2 retired. And now we'll have Rocco Pirelli, the right fielder, and the 5th man in the Ottawa Hills lineup.
Number 5, Rocco Pirelli.
And so back for it again now. Rocco to have it. The noise deafening underneath us, but Ludhart to step back and Ludhart to get there. And that will be all. So only one scored for Ottawa Hills. And that will be all for our first inning. So we will end to the top of the second inning now. Forgot to change that around. But we go to the top of the second inning now. Ottawa Hills up 1-0, and we will be right back. This is Eastwood Baseball here on Eastwood Sports Media. And we'll take it back here. Drew Kashmerick going to be leading off this one for Eastwood today, and let's get after it. So his first pitch going to be in from Toby Stevens, and that's going to be down a little bit, ball one. And Kashmerick here getting it started for our second inning. .385 average this year. More of a power hitter, I'd say, for this Eastwood Eagles. Next one in for Stevens. High, popped up. And that's going to be knocked way over, and that will be... Or no, that's going to drop, and that's fair, Kashmerick. Looked like he was going to try to go to second, then just said, no, I'll stay at first. Wow, that's a good play there. Eastwood going to get lucky on that. Connor Norton, everybody. Have you heard? He'll be up. And so the catcher here, Connor Norton, looks ahead to start something. And definitely needs to for his 96th plate appearance this season. Let's get it going here for the district finals between the Ottawa Hills Green Bears and your Eastwood Eagles. So first pitch in high, ball one. So that's a 1-0 count there, and we're back at it on the 1-0. Norton to look for another one. And they'll have it, and that's going to be crushed out into left. Is that ball going to drop? It's over the head of the left fielder for Ottawa Hills, and that one's going to go around. Miller to have to throw in, and Kashmerick to get to third. Norton to get a double, and there you have it. The Lumberjack now, Paul Lotzenheiser up. And here you go again. Beautiful hit there by Norton. Comes up clutch when you need him. And now Paul Lotzenheiser going to be up here. And we get back to where we picked off. Or where we left off, excuse me, from Thursday. So Lotzenheiser going to get it in. And that's going to hit his bat. And that's going to be a first pitch. And he's going to be called out. Kind of a weird bunt there, but we'll have one out. Now Eric Kepler going to be here again.
Baseman number 9, Eric Kepler.
So it looked like it hit him, or like maybe the handle of his bat, and just kind of a weird instance there. 0-0 now. Kepler up. Looks for it here from Stevens. That's going to be his first pitch high, ball one, 1-0 count. Rolls in at 80 miles an hour. And we get to take it back again. On the 1-0. Looking for it more. That's going to be Kepler on that for a first pitch strike. So a 1-1 count with the out here. 2 on for Eastwood. On the 1-1. Getting through with it. Going to get a high pop-up. And that's going to be over to third and caught by Colin Hennessy. And so that'll be out number 2 for Eastwood. And going to bring up Cam Shoemaker.
Left fielder, number 5, Cam Shoemaker.
The 8th man up for Eastwood. And already almost through the entire order. Drew Ludhart on deck right now. So we'll have it again. Shoemaker looking to find it. So the 0-1 in going to go again. Swung and a miss by Ludhart. 0-2 with 2 out here. Ludhart going to need anything he can get. And so on the 0-2 with 2 outs. Find it back through here again. And contact to be made on that. That's going to be out of here. That's going to knock the box right beside us. And that'll keep him alive. 0-2 count for Ludhart. So on the 0-2, you go back again. Kashmerick at third, Norton at second, and Shoemaker over at first. That's going to be a ground ball over. And they're going to try to get Shoemaker at second. He's safe. And no, they call him out. The second time here at Defiance that Eastwood has been snubbed on a base call. But that's going to be the one to end the top of the second inning. So now we'll have to go to the bottom of 2 with Ottawa Hills up. And we'll look for something else. That could have been the one Shoemaker to almost have it. Looks like he did, but he's going to be ruled. He's going to be called out. And so now we're going to get a move on here and take ourselves a break. This is Eastwood Baseball here on Eastwood Sports Media.
Jay Breed.
And we get back here. Going to be the catcher, Jay Breed, 6-man up for the Ottawa Hills Green Bears here. Going to get us started and going to get us back and rolling. So Dan Ridenour here joining you. We get moving. First pitch in by Donnell. Going to be strike one, so that'll be an 0-1 count here. Getting us back for more, so Donnell going to take it here. Next pitch to go in. That will be a 1-1 count, so that's going to be a ball one on it. And we'll look just for a tad more here. And the next one to go in. 1-2 now. Looking for a bit more. Anything possible. Donnell going to look for it. Gets it through. That'll be ruled strike three. Just real close on that one. Not quite enough, however. So he'll have to be back for more. Going to take another one. Donnell gets it in. That's high and knocked away. So Breed here really taking advantage of the at-bat. So Donnell gets it through, gets it in, and that's a strike three called. Donnell tossed the ball around. And there you have it. Our first strikeout there for Donnell.
Number 13.
Messinger, the only one recorded by Stevens. And now Ridenour going to be the one up now. And we'll get ready for that again. That's crushed, however. And that is out, and that's going to drop out in left field. So Messinger going to have to take care of that and in for the stand-up double. So there you go. Now you'll have the number 11, Chase Miller, 8th man in the lineup. Going to be up here.
Outfielder, number 11, Chase Miller.
So Chase Miller up. And we'll look for it again now. And Miller up after the time. Chase Miller. The left fielder here batting in that 8th spot. Gabe Grimm going to be the one on deck right now for Ottawa Hills. As we'll have a bit of a discussion here, but the 0-0 and the out just have to control the defense and then get it moving to offense. It's really the key to success here, but Eastwood came back from a down 2-0 on Thursday. They're looking to do it again. Looks to take another on the bunt attempt. Donnell going to run for it. And they'll call that foul. Lands fair, but just going to be bounced out of there. So an 0-1 count here again. And so looking for it again in that left spot. The 0-1 count here. Looking for it on the out. And so they'll take it again down low in the dirt. Oh, that'll be ruled a pass ball just off the glove of Norton. And so to advance to third there, that'll be Breed. And now things get interesting after that. Looking for it, gets it in, high and knocked out into the softball field beside us. So on the 1-2 count here again. Looking for it now. On the 1-2 and an out. Donnell gets it in. For his 28th pitch today, going to be right through past Woodward. Ottawa Hills to score one on that single for the RBI by Miller. So 3-0 Ottawa Hills, and that will bring up the number 3, Gabe Grimm, for the last man in their lineup. And here we go at it.
Shortstop, number 3, Gabe Grimm.
So Gabe Grimm going to be up. And up for it again. And Donnell to look back. And gets him there safe. And so an 0-0. And we'll have it again. And that's a bunt attempt fair. Going to be quite a chase. Donnell to throw over. And he's called there. But now Kashmir going to have a bit of a rundown. And they're going to try to get him. So that's going through. Hepler to look back. Going between second and third. Woodward going to try to throw the ball in time. And he's out. The double play for Eastwood. To end the second inning, at least they have the momentum. Three is obtainable, I'll tell you. It's nowhere near over, folks. We'll head to the top of the third inning. After a beautiful play, Jesse's girl going to be on behind us. And here we go. We will be right back for Eastwood Baseball here in Eastwood Sports Media. And we're back. Welcome, everybody, to Eastwood Baseball here on Eastwood Sports Media. We'll get it started. Colton Woodward to be up for the top of the order again. And so there you have it. Drew Kashmerick right now in the bullpen. First pitch in for Woody. Then we strike one, so the 0-1 count there. Going to be back for another. So the 0-1 count here. Looking for another one. Gets it in. And that's just going to be in the turf for ball one. So a 1-1 count going to be thrown by Stevens now battling Woodward. 1v1 action. Except it's a junior versus the senior of Woodward. And they go to take it in again. Down low. And that's ball two. So a 2-2 or a 2-1 count, excuse me. First strike two, just beautifully framed on that corner there by their catcher. Catcher Jay Breed to get that beautiful one. And so Stevens takes it in again. In the dirt, full count is what we got. On the 3-2. We're all stacked. Stevens going to get it in again now. On the 3-2, and that's ball four, so he's going to take a trip right on that one, and here you go again. And now Messinger going to be up. Struck out in his previous at-bat, but shows no signs of slowing down here. So Woodward at first. You know he's got that speed. And you're just hoping you can see it again. And so that's going to be first pitch knocked. Sounds like it goes off Breed's helmet. Kind of hard to tell. So we'll be back for it again. All evened up, we'll try it. And so this one to go in. And now we have the 1-1 count here, taking us back and away. Messinger to need something, anything possible here. And so he'll look for it in the dirt down low. Or got close, but wasn't quite in. And so now they'll try it. On the 2-1. Messinger gets set again. Looks for another contact made out in the left. Going to be Chase and going to drop. And it looks like he touched it. They'll rule that a foul ball, though, so that's a 2-2 count. So Woodward to have to head back to first. On a 2-2 now, we get back for. So here you have the 2-2. Down low, Wild. Woodward taken off. And a beautiful play there for the Wild pitch. 3-2 count. And so now we're full. Nobody out. Woodward in scoring position, Messinger up. And so this is back again. On the full count, we try it. That's in. That's by Messinger, and that's ball 4. So everybody to move. And he's going to take a trip on that. Woodward looks like he was stealing for third, too. He's going to have to get called back to second with Caden Donnell up. And Drew Kashmirk should be the one on deck. So Caden Donnell up. The pitcher for today's contest, as you know. And we'll have it rolling. And just for now, we'll have a visit from head coach Chris Hardman for the Green Bears now. Coach Leedy to go over to Donnie. They're going to figure it out. Seems a tad early for a pitching change. I don't think that's what they're doing. I think just a bit of a pep talk here to get them going. Donnell. So strategy getting discussed. You know, you have 2 on now. Woodward to be the go at second, so he's probably going to be main priority if I had to guess. Messinger at first. Donnell has to get it low in the outfield. If you have a fly in right, then Woodward could possibly tag up. But beyond that, it's going to be very difficult here with nobody out to try to get a fly out in your favor. So Donnell up, and here we have it again. He'll take it. First pitch and knocked above for strike 1. So that'll be the 0-1 count for Donnell. And he'll take another one here. And so Steven's going to have to step off there, and he's going to go. And so now we'll try it. On the 0-1 here to get up and get it through. Donnell going to find that. And that'll be ball 1. So a 1-1 count gets it even in his favor there. So on the 1-1. Messinger at first. Woodward at second. Donnell to get it in. And that'll be ball 2. So a 2-1 count now. Gets it back in again. On the 2-1, nobody out here. Some 1 versus 2 seed action here. They'll have it, gets it through. Donnell going to check swing and wait. Strike 2. A 2-2 count, almost a Soto shuffle type deal. But still you have it. 2-2. Nobody out here. Kashmirk on deck. And so gets it back in. Donnell, the swing and a miss. First strike 3 there by Stevens. So that'll be a second strikeout today, and now Drew Kashmerek to be up.
First baseman Drew Kashmerek.
The 0-0 count, nobody out, or 1 out after that. Gonna be interesting to have a power hitter here. See what he can do. So to take another one here on the 0-0. Getting back and forth. Winner of this to be the district champs play Centerburg, Liberty Benton, or Coldwater in the regional competition. And that'll be in Elida, as we're told. So another quite bit of a drive for Eastwood, but working to get it here. So Kashmerek gets it on the 0-0. Gonna put all his might into it, and that's gonna end up going foul. That's strike 1, so an 0-1 count there for Kashmerek. On the 0-1, you have it. The out as well, with 2 on, is what they'll take. Kashmerek contact again, strike 2. 0-2 count, chasing it is Kashmerek. And so that'll keep us going where we were. And they'll look for it again. On the 0-2 now, Kashmerek. Looking to get ready for it. We'll try to find it. So contact made, fouled off the same direction for the 0-2. 0-2 with an out, going in the same way. And they'll get a move on. 0-2 count now, 1 out. Getting it back and through. Kashmerek to get it, contact high. And that's going to be out, is what we're told under us. Looks like the right fielder of Pirelli and the first baseman for Ottawa Hills of Ridenour going after to chase it. 0-2 still, though, for Kashmerek. Really fighting here to keep his at-bat alive. Oh, 2 now. He'll get it back again. Popped up. Same direction. Going to be chased behind the screen and missed. For the foul ball by Hennessy. Close one there. Hennessy and Breed chasing for it. Thought it might go over the screen. But the wind just at the last second looks like it'll take it away. So on the 0-2. 1 out here, you'll go again. And Kashmerek gonna look on the 0-2. Looks for it, popped up. And Woodward gonna have to go back. That's gonna be unfortunate. He's gonna have to get there, not even in close. The double play by Ottawa Hills. As we'll go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Woodward, as I said earlier, that's gonna be killer on those flyouts. Woodward taken off for 3rd. Had to try to get all the way back and couldn't it. And so we'll head to the bottom of the 3rd inning after that. Really an unfortunate way to end it. But that's what we'll have. And so that'll end. We'll head back to where we were. With Bonfiglio going to be in right. Shoemaker in left. And I believe it will be Messinger in center. Donnell pitching. Hepler over at 3rd. At short, Colton Woodward. 2nd, Drew Ludhart. 1st, Drew Kashmerek. Caden Donnell pitching with Connor Norton behind the plate. So there you'll go. Just getting the music going and really both these teams looking to try to get to Elida for the next round. Just quite the day up ahead, really. Ottawa Hills right now got 2 in the 1st inning and then 1 in the 2nd. Eastwood has gotten oh so close Almost got one in the first. Could have gotten one any other time. But nonetheless, we'll go back for it again, and we're going to get it right and started. Reddick Pirelli to be up.
And off the Ottawa Hills, 30. Sam Bill, right? Pirelli.
Pirelli to be up and over, so here you have it again. On the 0-0, the bunt attempt there, and then he's going to pull back and just go over to the right. It's had 0-1 count for Donnell. Trying to get back on the board. He's got one strikeout today. Toby Stevens with 2. Next one in. And that's strike 2. So a beautiful start here for Donnell. 0-2 count for his 6th start of the season. So he'll take another one, gets it in, and that's just going to knock him. So Pirelli, the leadoff man, to get his base. An 0-2 count, demolished just like that. But now we have the number 21 of Colin Hennessy.
Third baseman, Colin Hennessy.
Third baseman up and away after that. And so on the 0-0. Hennessy to get it in from Donnell. First pitch to be set. Donnell to get set, but timeout called by Hennessy. Donnell had his hand up right by his chest, getting ready to throw it. So now he'll look over. Donnell to get set, looks back to throw. And that'll be a safe one there for Pirelli. Not the first time Donnell's attempted to pick off today. That'll be another one in the book. So Donnell gets set. Gets his deal right in. Wide left, ball 1. Waiting for it back again. But now you're on a 1-0 count here. And you'll take it going back again to Kashmarek. And he'll be safe there. So a 1-0. And they'll take a little bit more breathing room here on the 1-0. Donnell will look and have it. Norton get a wild pitch saved. And so that'll be a 2-0. And there we'll have it. So on the 2-0, getting back again. Not quite what Donnell wanted, but you should have known. Ottawa Hills, one of the more risk-taker type teams here. Going to go for it. I mean, they have a 6-game win streak against some notable opponents coming into today. They are no joke. 2-1 there. Thrown in by Donnell. Swing and miss on that. Good way to get it started. And another one in the book. The 2-1 down low, wild. Nobody moves, but that's ball 3. So the ball 3 for Donnell. Good read there, not chasing it, is Hennessy. Playing third base today. Now we get set for another one. On the 3-1. Going to be ball 4, and Donnell going to walk a man. And so Hennessy will go over and still be ruled 0 for 1 today, but he gets on base for it. Jackson Snyder now, the designated hitter. Going to be up Donnell at pitch 37. Now 2 are on for Ottawa Hills. So with 2 on for Ottawa Hills, we'll be back for it again. On the 0-0. Donnell to look, gets it in, first pitch, strike 1. So now the 0-1 count here for Donnell. On the 0-1, nobody out here. Donnell to take another. Looks back for it again. And the step off. 0-1. With the nobody out, and that's another pitch in. Strike 2, so the 0-2 count gets it back and away for Donnell. So on the 0-2. Bottom of our third inning. We'll wait for it. And Donnell not to throw. So the 0-2, though. Donnell to get it in. Waits for it. Knocked foul by Snyder. Keeps it at an 0-2. Takes the hit there, and it's going to end up resulting in just a good foul over this way. And so now they'll take it back and again. So on the 0-2 count, gets it through. Ground ball over to third. Hepler going to try to get the throw in time, and he got it. So the one out there. The only downside is 2 will advance for Ottawa Hills, both in scoring position. Pilarelli to go to third, Hennessy to second after that. And now Toby Stevens up in that 4th spot with Rocco Pirarelli going to be on deck. And they'll have to take it again because now 2 are on. And the infield here really moving in. You see Hepler going in, Woodward going in. And they'll take it. First pitch, ground ball, over. Knocked by Donnell. Going to try to get the tag. And he's called safe. They called him safe. It looks like right there that he had gotten it. And that'll be the error. And they're going to try to see. It looks like Donnell got it. And I think he did. And they'll call him safe. So that's a 4-0 lead for Ottawa Hills. Puts the corners painted. And now we'll try it again. 4-0. Just like that, corners is painted. Donnell to get back. Looks for it. And with 1 out, you'll have it. The right fielder in the 5th spot, Pirarelli up 0 for 1 today. Corners painted. Ottawa Hills takes the lead. Bunt, pull back, strike 1. But Pirarelli going to get to second safely. And so there you have it. 0-1 count. Looking for a little more action. Tennessee now leading the charge at third. Toby Stevens at first. The left man, Rocco. Going to try it. Donnell looks to third. Gets the ball in. Bunt attempt pulled back again. 0-2. And so now you can't bunt like you wanted to. Have to try to get a swing here on the 0-2. Looking for it more. Donnell to go back in. And that'll be ball 1. So a 1-2 count here. And we'll have it. On the 1-2, waiting for it a bit more. Donnell to look and wait. Now gets it back in. And so he'll get set for the throw. Knocked there. Out into left. And that's going to be caught by Shoemaker, but Hennessy going to tag up. And going to get the sacrifice fly there. Will be Pirarelli, and now it'll be 5-0 for Ottawa Hills. And so now the catcher, Jay Breed, to be up for Ottawa Hills. 5-0 now. The score. As they'll take it. Hayden Donnell up. Still on the mound here, 46 thrown. And so now you have 2 scored here in this 3rd inning. Going to try for it more. That's high, ball 1. Curve back in. It's not quite enough. Now that's a 1-0 count. And they'll wait for it again. So Donnell going to try to have it. That's a strike 2 from the foul ball. 1-2 count now. And then 1-1, excuse me. My apologies. So 2 outs. Breed, who's 0 for 1 today. Going to wait for something. All evened up. Stevens the only one. He's stealing to third, and he's going to be out by a mile. A beautiful pickoff there by Donnell to end it and to end the 3rd inning. So hopefully you get it ended on a high note there, and you can go to the top of the 4th inning, get the bats rolling. You got to hang on here in the district final. We'll be right back. This is Eastwood Baseball here on Eastwood Sports Media. And welcome back, everybody. Eastwood Baseball here for Eastwood Sports Media. Connor Norton, your catcher, to be up, and we get right back to where we left off in the top of our fourth inning. So join us now. Norton going to be up, and first pitch hit. And he swing on and miss. 0-1 count there. Stevens getting off to a high note. And they'll wait back for it again on the 0-1. Looking for it. Here's Norton and low, but up high again. Strike two. So an 0-2 count is what we'll have on the 0-2. Looking for a bit more energy. Can Norton going to knock that one high and out? Way behind us. 0-2 count. Waiting for it here. Norton needing anything he can get. The catcher here to try for Stevens. Norton 1 for 1 today, and that'll be a low ball. Keeps him alive. 1-2 count is what we're out. So we'll wait. Norton going to get the high pop-up. And just caught there by Jackson Snyder over at first. A fly out, and Paul Lotzenizer to be up. Right for it again.
Designated hitter, Paul Lotzenizer.
The designated hitter here, Paul Lotzenizer, going to look to take it again. And we'll be back up and for it. And first pitch he'll take. A way to get swung at. No 1 count. The out here. Looks for it a bit further. Eric Hepler on deck. So Lotzenizer to take it. Low swing, a little delayed. Strike two. So the 0-2 count here back in to go again. On the 0-2, the out. We'll try to take it through again. On the 0-2. Low and saved. Rolled the ball for Lotzenizer. The 1-2. And Stevens to look a little bit again. To get set here for Lotzenizer. So this one, get through on the 1-2, and that's strike three to get him retired for out number 2, and Eric Hepler to be up after that. So now Hepler,
Third baseman Eric Hepler.
going to look for a little bit more and be back for it again. 250 averages here, so he averages around, he'll get on base 1 through 4, or 1 in every 4 times, and that might be the 1 in every 4. The fly out to center, though, and caught by Pirarelli. And so the end of our top of our fourth inning to go just like that. We have to head now to the bottom of the fourth, and we're waiting for it here. A lot of anticipation also. Ottawa Hills going to be really looking for something after the Hepler flyout. And so now they'll take it, and
presentations for both teams. Again, it's following the game.
And just like that, we'll get it through. Drew Kashmerick going to take the place of Caden Donnell on the mound here, right? And so that should put Donnell out in center, and it will. Puts Brock Messinger in left, and if I had to assume, Kemp Shoemaker in right, and that looks to be so. So we'll have that. Jay Breed going to be up to lead off the bottom of our fourth inning. 0 for 1 today is where Breed's at, and then that'll put the seventh man Cooper Ridenour up, and then Chase Miller for your guaranteed 3, with Paul Lotzenizer moving to first base, Eric Hepler staying at third, Colton Woodward staying at short, Drew Ludhart staying at second, and just the outfield shifting a little bit, and then that change at first. Really all you have. So now you'll get back for it again, just a tad more. Eastwood here looking for it. Got their win streak going again against Swanton. That was 12-2 here on the 29th. And then Ottawa Hills, though, has been winning for quite a minute, beating Bowling Green on May 15th, and has been winning ever since then, getting victories against Anthony Wayne, Emmanuel Christian, Toledo Christian, Perrysburg, and then Archbold 2 days ago. But we go again with 2 outs. Reed is up, and we tried again. Kashmerick's first pitch in to start with the ball, so we'll get right back for it again. And so Kashmerick on the 1-0. Looks to take it here, gets it in, and then fouled off high. So that'll be strike one, a 1-1 count here for the leadoff batter in this inning. So now the 1-1 count here. Kashmerick gets it in high for ball 2, so a 2-1 count is where we'll be at. The 2-1. Kashmerick to take it, and he'll look a little further. So to investigate the 2-1, turns to 2-2, fouled off just right on the line. Gonna roll all the way out there. So now we'll take it again. On the 2-2 between him and Kashmerick. Breed to look in high, ball full count. That'll be 3-2. So full count here for Drew. Looking to take advantage of a situation here. So that will be ball 4, and that's going to be a walk for Drew there, and puts him away on 4 balls. And now we'll have the number 13 up of Cooper Ridenour, and we'll get it started once again.
First baseman Cooper Ridenour.
And so now we'll take it through it again. All even on the 0-0, gets it, and first pitch going to be ball 1, so that'll be a 1-0 count. And now we get back for it again. On the 1-0, Kashmerick to take it again. First pitch in, goes through, strike 1 to get him missing on that. Ridenour 1 for 1 today for his next at bat. Kashmerick going to get his 8th pitch off of that, with the pickoff attempt over. So on the 1-1, looking to throw again, and now a 2-1 count. It's back again. It's a 2-1 even for Kashmerick. That'll be another one missed. 3-1 now. Just waiting for it, not really finding it yet. So now they'll take it. Ottawa Hills. With the man taken off, the runner goes. Strike 2. So a full count. But Breed to get on a stolen base there up over to second. And so now you're going to be in a bit more of a predicament than you might have anticipated. On the 3-2 full count. Kashmir gets it through high, ball 4. And now they'll get through it again with 2 on base for Ottawa Hills. And now a runner, or now Chase Miller going to be up. And Riker Picarelli going to be the pinch runner here, the sophomore.
Outfielder Chase Miller.
So Riker Picarelli going to be the pinch runner here. They're going to have Jay Breed still though at second. So now first pitch in for Kashmir. He'll get set. No, he'll wait a minute. Now he's going to get ready. Never took his glove up, so it should be good. Now Kashmir to look back, gets it in. First pitch, bunt attempt. Knocked high and away. Norton not there in time. Strike 1. So an 0-1 count. Nothing drastic to change from that. So now just still the 0-1. Getting back and through. Nobody out. So on the 0-1. Kashmir here to get it set. Looking through. The bunt attempt here pulled back high. And that'll be ball 1, so a 1-1 count here.
Playing first base for Ottawa Hills is number 10, Riker Picarelli.
So on the 1-1. Getting back for it again. And that'll be a ball just over. That's a beautiful bunt there. And is he in time? No, yes, he is. So they'll call him safe. Bases loaded for Ottawa Hills with nobody out.
Shortstop Gabe Grimm.
And now Gabe Grimm to be up. Our shortstop here, the last man in the lineup for Ottawa Hills. And then we'll have Reddick Pirarelli up again. And you're now looking at the infield. Everybody and their mother coming in. Just going to have to be in deep. You already know a possible squeeze here. And that'll be strike 1. So the 0-1 count. Back and forward again. 0-1 now for Kashmir. Looks over, gets set. The throw in. Knocked high. Out into center. That might be our sacrifice. And no, it'll bounce in front of Donnell. And the throw to third, safe. So, Reddick Pirarelli to be up for the leadoff in the top of our order. 6-0 now the score for Ottawa Hills. As they start to run away with it, bases loaded. And now it looks like they're having Andy Lotzenheiser warming up in the bullpen. So pitching just not the strong suit today for Eastwood. And it's showing. Another squeeze there shown and attempted. Strike 1, 0-1 count here. Riker Pirarelli leading the charge. And then Chase Miller, that number 11 at second. And then Gabe Grimm, number 3, going to be over at first. So with everybody in, that's a high ball. 1. 1-1 count here waiting for it. And now a 1-1. Waiting for it. Squeeze. Not in time. And now we're going to have a run down at third. Going to try to get it home. And the runner's out. So now 2 in scoring position for Ottawa Hills. But Riker Pirarelli to be ruled out on the squeeze. And so this is a 1-2 count. And Chase Miller at third. And Gabe Grimm now at second. And we'll have Reddick Pirarelli still up on the 1-2s to get retired there by Kashmir for out number 2. Hopefully it can minimize the damage here in the bottom of our 4th inning. And Colin Hennessy up. And he'll be up for it now. So looking for it, popped it up. And that'll be by Woodward there, and he's going to look for it. And Woodward to catch, and he'll get back. After 4 have been played, Ottawa Hills leads 6-0 with 2 scored in the first, 1 scored in the second, 2 scored in the third, and then 1 here in our fourth. And so top of the 5th inning, Eastwood going to look to come back from this, and we will be right back. This is Eastwood Baseball here in Eastwood Sports Media. And now we'll take you back again. Cam Shoemaker going to be leading off the 5th inning here. And now we have it again. Toby Stevens still on the mound for the Ottawa Hills Green Bears here. And that'll be first pitch in for Shoemaker. And he'll find it on ball 1. So that's a 1-0 count there. Getting through with it. And Shoemaker up for again. 1-1 count. Ludhart as well. He'll be on deck right now for Eastwood. Now Stevens gets it back and in. Shoemaker on a 1-2 count now. Waiting for it back and again. So Shoemaker on the 1-2. Looking for the other. Now we'll need it. And finds it. And that'll be low and behold. 2-2 count now. Nobody out. And so now you'll have it back and through. 2-2 count. And nobody, and then finds it again. And they're going to rule that strike 3, so he'll be retired. Stevens, 3rd K today, first backwards one, however. And now Drew Ludhart up.
Second baseman Drew Ludhart.
And on a 0-0 count here, he'll get started, but 1 out. Hennessy still at 3rd, Grimm at 2nd, and that's going to go right to Grimm, speaking of the devil, at short. And there you'll have it. The second baseman, Ian Desmore.
Shortstop, Colton Woodward.
And then Cooper Ridenour at first. But Colton Woodward going to be up to bat now with 2 out after the Ludhart hit just there. And so in the top of our 5th inning, Eastwood looking for it now. Really needs to try to get back into it. And that'll be first pitch, strike 1. So an 0-1 count. Getting there for Woodward, the 0-1. Going to keep them moving. And so now we'll be back again. That'll be Woodward there to miss some equipment, but now an 0-2 for him. Between them and Ottawa Hills. They have only lost 3 games this season. And could find the end of it now. 0-2 count, ground ball. And ruled foul. And the 0-2 count. Hennessy getting that back. So on the 0-2 now with 2 outs. Woodward getting it back and through with it again. Wanting to find something here, the 0-2. That'll be high and away, ball 1. So that'll keep his at-bat alive. The 1-2 here. Needing anything you can find. So the 1-2 gets it in, and Woodward to strike out there. And another one going to be recorded there by Toby Stevens, his 4th one today, and the 3rd forward K. But now we head to the bottom of the 5th inning after that where Ottawa Hills has been explosive batting-wise against these Eagles. And we'll stay everywhere that's needed. Nobody to kind of move around by the looks of things here. And boy, oh boy, we're just going to have to hope now. Really looking for it and down. But, you know, Eastwood's came back from a lot of deficits in their time, and we've seen it, you know, here with DSN. I mean, if you remember against Fostoria, down by 11, 12 points heading into the second half and ended up winning by like 14. And so you can see it there in situations. You know, Eastwood has a symbol of resilience that they really like to bring with them, and I don't think this is over. Eastwood can definitely try to come back into it. Bottom of our fifth inning now. It's kind of now or never. The thing, too, is that we're in the bottom of the fifth. Ottawa Hills, besides this inning, so they'll just have the fifth and sixth possibly to hit. Hopefully Eastwood can try to force them to have to hit in the seventh and maybe draw extra innings to try to fight their way to a lineup. And Jackson Snyder, the designated hitter, he's hitting in place of the number 20, Ian Densmore, who is at second base. And so now Kashmir, first pitch to get in to start the inning, or to start the bottom of the inning. So we'll get set. Kashmir gets set, throws it in. First pitch knocked up the middle. And so that will be down and through and away by the designated hitter. So a good single there. Get us started, wasting absolutely no time for the third man in the order. Now number 4, Toby Stevens.
Toby Stevens.
Our pitcher going to be up and back for it again. So an 0-0 count. Nobody out here. Looking for it just a tad more. And so that'll be first pitch up and high. That'll be strike one as well. 0-1 count here. Back forward. On the 0-1 now. Kashmir to get it in. And he'll look back over to second, then gets through, and the runner going. And Norton going to try to get the throw there. Is it in time? No, it's not. He's safe. And so with an 0-2 count, that'll put Snyder in scoring position for Ottawa Hills. Seemed almost just seamless all day today. Not sure how they're doing it, but still they'll get back for it again. So on the 0-2, that's knocked on the third base side into the visiting bullpen. Is going to be knocked over that way. 0-2 count. And so now Toby Stevens. 0-2 count. Going to need something from Kashmir. They'll look to take it back again on the 0-2. And so Kashmir, looking back, forces him. Not Stevens. Snyder not going anywhere. Stevens at the plate. 0-2, make that 0-3. A strikeout there. A second one for Kashmir to get the good knock on it. Leave the door cracked just a bit after Stevens to be retired. He's 0-3 now. After that, Rocco Pirarelli, the fifth man, number 5, going to be up with one out. And so that'll be high, ball one. 1-0 count. And one out here. And so now they'll try for it. On the 1-0. Kashmir getting back for it again. And it'll be ball 2. So a 2-0 count here. With an error. And it looks like just maybe a throw back over, but Snyder taking advantage of it. Error to E2. An error there by Norton, their second one today. And so that will be the end of it. 2-0 count, man on third. And that'll be inside. Going to have to move the legs a little bit as Pirarelli. And so now the 3-0 count here after that. So on the 3-0, we have it. All the runners in, knowing a squeeze could happen. First pitch, strike one there. On the 3-1 back. So the 3-1 here. To wait back for it again. On the 3-1. Kashmir gets it in. Popped up. Over on the third base side. Hepler to follow, and he's going to get there.
Jay Breed.
And so now Jay Breed up after the 3-0 swing, 2 out. And they'll be back through again. That'll be back in. That's going to be tanked out into left field. Messinger to be there, and he's going to get the catch. So at least Messinger gets it. We're heading into the final 2 innings now of like just regular play, I guess. Just hoping to avoid extra innings. So now we'll get right back and through with it again, heading into the top of the 6th inning. Ottawa Hills to bat, and we will keep a roll on here. This is Eastwood Baseball here on Eastwood Sports Media. And welcome back, everybody, to Eastwood Baseball here in Eastwood Sports Media. Rock Messinger to be up. And now Messinger, just like that, going to get hit. So for the 4th time today, he's going to take a trip right on over to first base. And now we'll have Caden Donnell up.
WM number 4, Kane Donnell.
So now Donnell up. And we'll get back for it again. Donnell going to get a ground ball over. And the double play here, not going to happen, but they'll get Donnell on the out there. So we'll be back for it. Drew Kashmir with an out. Good, decent sacrifice, though, because now that will put Brock Messinger over at second in scoring position here for Eastwood. So
pitcher Drew Kashmir.
The pitcher, Drew Kashmir, to be up. Now we'll have it again and back for us to see. Stevens going to get it through. Kashmir going to get a good knock at it. And that's way out into our right side. And that ball is going to be dropped. So, base hit there. Pirelli chasing it. Had it in his glove for a minute and then dropped it. But now 2 will be on.
Catcher, Connor Norton.
With Connor Norton up now. And Kashmir, and now Cam Shoemaker. Or no. Landon Weems going to be the pinch runner there. Number 10.
Playing first base for the Eagles, number 10, Landon Weems.
So Landon Weems going to pinch run here. Brock Messinger. And quite the move we expected. Good hit there by Kashmerick. Going to get somebody with a tad more speed, but still, with the power Kashmerick has, that was a good play to get there to even have Weems on in the first place. And so Norton will be up, and he'll be rolling along again. So he'll take first pitch high, ball one. 1-0 count here, looking for it again. And so on the 1-0, one out here. Going to get back and forth. And then Norton going to get a beautiful knock there. Might get two. Weems is out. And they're going to try it in the double play by Ottawa Hills to end the top of the sixth inning. So that's going to be the end of the top of the sixth inning. We head to the bottom of the sixth now. Not a runner yet to score, but ground ball. Kashmerick goes in. And so now you'll have it. Waiting back for it again, but still, now is the good time for Eastwood. They're going to be back on defense. The fifth inning, the only inning where Ottawa Hills failed to score a single run this game. So you're wondering, hopefully you can keep that trend. Now you're at a position where you have to get 6 runs at least in the seventh inning, which, is it unlikely? Yeah, it is, but still, this is Eastwood we're talking about. They know how to get things done, hoping for the best here as always. And so now this, to try to avoid elimination, to try to move on to Elida. Eastwood here going to be up and away. And to get started, so just getting a tad further here. Connor Norton's going to come on up, and he's going to be the catcher today, as we've seen all season. Him and Brady Ramlow sharing behind the mound, or behind the plate. And that ball to be in, but here now. We get ready to start again. The number 13 of Cooper Eidner to lead off for the Ottawa Hills Green Bears here in the bottom of our sixth inning. So now
we on the bottom of the sixth inning with the Green Bears. First base.
We get back for it. Cooper Eidner to be up. So you have it. And it'll be first pitch popped up. Hepler to Chase, going to try to get there and not in time. Either him or Woodward. And that'll be the foul ball on that. So now an 0-1 count, getting back and through. Waiting for just a tad more. On the 0-1, nobody out here. With anything possible. On the 0-1, getting it through. Kashmerick to get it set, and that'll be strike 2 there. So the 0-2, getting it through and back again. On the 0-2, strike 3, gonna chase it. Or no, they'll just say it wasn't even dropped, so Kashmerick to get another strikeout there. And we will get back for it again. Chase Miller.
Chase Miller.
Gonna be up here with 1 out now in the bottom of our sixth inning. So Miller up, puts Eidner at a 1-for-2 today. And now we get back and forth. Kashmerick at 35 thrown now. That pitch to go wide and out again for strike 1. The 0-1 count here by Kashmerick. Miller 2-for-2 today, though. Having himself quite the year. And so this one going back and through it again. That'll be ball 1. So now we have an even 1-1 count. We'll wait through it again. On the 1-1. Only an out here. Still waiting for something else. Kashmerick gets it through. Ground ball. And that's past Lotzenizer. So that just below us going to get it through. And going to stay at first, so that's a single. And getting it through again. Gabe Grime now, the 9th man, to be up. Miller going to
Shortstop,
extend
Gabe
his
Grime.
lead. 3 for 3 today after that hit. That'll be the 7th hit by Ottawa Hills today. And we'll wait ahead for something else now. On the 0-0. And a runner to go. Foul ball, though. Going to send him back. So that'll be strike one. 0-1 count here to be fouled. And, you know, that's a funny thing, too, because it looks like Miller probably would have been safe. We're just judging it here by where roughly the ball was and where he was. They got to Norton. So next one coming in. On the 0-1 count here in and out. Kashmir to look back through. Get set and get it on the other side. And he'll be safe. So an 0-1 count. Looking back and forward again. And the runner goes pretty early. And that's a stolen base there. Went real early, but still going to be ruled a 1-1 on the at-bat after that ball. So now Gabe Grimm up, the shortstop. We'll have Reddick Pirelli on deck. And the bunt attempt there going to be pulled back because there'll be a low ball. So a 2-1 count now. And an out here. So on the 2-1, Kashmir gets it back through. Bunt going to be right down under. They're going to get the throw to first in time. He's out. That'll be out number 2. The runner not coming home. Miller goes to third, however. And now they'll try with 2 outs to bring him home in the bottom of our 6th inning.
Center field, right, Pillarella.
So now here you have it again. The bottom of the 6th inning with 2 outs. Grimm 1 for 2 now after that one. And that's going to be a knockout to center. Runner comes home, out to Donnell. And make that 7-0 for the Ottawa Hills Green Bears. And now they'll have number 21, Colin Hennessy, up. And puts us where we were
Third
originally.
baseman, Colin Hennessy.
So Colin Hennessy, the third baseman. The 7-0 game now to be up at 2 out. They're going to try to get him back. And now the 0-0 with 2 out. And that's strike 1, so an 0-1 count, 2 out here. Looking for it more, try it again. And he'll be safe from the pickoff attempt. And a third time again, he'll be safe. So now we have an 0-1. Waiting for it here. And that's going to be knocked high out to Messinger. That's going to be behind him. And no, it's caught! What a catch by Messinger. What a beautiful catch there by Brock. To end the 6th inning. So it all comes down to this. Top of the 7th inning we go. Eastwood needing to score 7 runs here to get back into contention and then play some shutdown defense in the bottom of the 7th. Unlikely, not impossible. We're going to be right back, everybody. This is Eastwood Baseball here on Eastwood Sports Media. We welcome you back here to Eastwood Baseball here in Eastwood Sports Media. Dan Ridenour joining you, and we have a new pitcher for the Green Bears. This looks to be the number 29 of Finn Gensman. The junior will, I guess, be the closer here for Toby Stevens. Stevens to end today with 4 strikeouts and a slew of other things here, so we'll get right back for it.
Paul Otznizer, first baseman.
And the Lumberjack, Paul Lotzenizer, to be up to start in the top of our 7th inning. And so here you go again. Jack Sensenig on deck right now. And there's what you have. So with Sensenig on deck, looks like he'll be in place of Eric Hepler. Cam Shoemaker going to be in the hole. Lotzenizer gets it through again. First pitch in. And that's strike 1, so an 0-1 count there to get it back and through. So on the 0-1 you have the 0-2, just like that for Lotzenizer. He's 0 for 2 today, but Gunsman coming in and really just standing on business here to try and close this one out. On the 0-2, gets it back and away. That's strike 3. So Gunsman starts it early, strike 3, and out number 1. Lotzenizer to go 0 for 3 today, and Jack Sensenig.
Number 21, Jack Sensenig.
And Jack Sensenig going to pinch hit here in the top of the 7th. And so Ottawa Hills looking more inevitable by the minute. First pitch in for Sense, that's going to be strike 1, so an 0-1 count, and the out here gets you back and through. So on the 0-1 and then 1 out here. That goes back and away, ball 1, 1-1 count, and 1 out here. This will be back and away. Then after that, you have a 2-1 count, getting it back and through. So on the 2-1, 1 out here. Sense to find it again, and that will be ball 3, so a 3-1 for Sense. He's still waiting for it here from Gunsman. And that will be rolled strike 2, so a full count here, 3-2. With Shoemaker on, and then Ludhart in the hole. But Sense here going to be up first to take it. And that's going to be a fly out in the left. Be the second out of the inning, and that'll be caught by the left fielder, Chase Miller. Now Cam Shoemaker up with 2 outs. Eastwood here.
A reminder of all the presentations of the runner-up and champions following the game.
And we will have the trophy presentation after the game. So now here you go. 0-0 count. Back for it again is Shoemaker. He'll take first pitch there for ball 1, so a 1-0 count gets you back and through. So on the 1-0, you have it. Shoemaker takes it through, and we'll have strike 1, so a 1-1 count with 2 out here. Ludhart on deck. And so back and forth, the 1-1. Shoemaker popped up, and that's going to be up and caught by Hennessy. And that will be all. Eastwood season will come to a close just like that. 7-0 loss to Ottawa Hills and a flyout catch by Colin Hennessy. The district champion Ottawa Hills, district runner-up Eastwood Eagles. And the handshakes and everything, I want to thank you all for all the hard work you've done with us, all the time you've spent, every video you've clicked on. I want to thank you for that genuinely. Hopefully I'll be back with football. I'm going to figure that out. We'll see from there. It's been quite a journey I've been on. I wouldn't want it with any other high school in the entire state or country, nonetheless. So for now, this is Eastwood Sports Media and Dan Ridenour. Thank you for watching us. And for the last time, this has been Eastwood Baseball.